Hi, today we will learn Dutch or Netherlands about used to. I will make it in 2 or more videos because we cannot learn it in one video. So this part we will learn about it later. Let's start it. When you have to say used to or didn't used to in Dutch, these are the examples of the sentences, because if we want to know the real translation for used to, it's hard to find the specific way. So this formation or this kind of sentence, these are the sentences, the examples, when we have to say with this meaning. Like this one. Vroeger zwom ik. Vroeg is early. Vroeger is before or in the past. Zwom is from zwem, zwemmen, swim, swimming. The past version for it is zwom. Ik, I. You can say it like this, or you can add some specific detail if you want with minstens, at least, één keer, one time, per maand, per month. Vroeger zwom ik, or more specific, vroeger zwom ik minstens één keer per maand. Or we can say with this sentence, ik heb, I have, eens, once, per maand, per month, gezwommen. This ge and then the verb, so the verb with the prefix ge, gezwommen, it appears when we use the heb. So when you want to say I used to swim, you can say it with this, or this with this, or with this sentence. I have once per month. This one you can say used to swim. Heb gezwommen. And you can replace this eens or once with minstens één keer, at least one time. So you can say it with ik heb eens per maand gezwommen, eens per maand gezwommen, or ik heb minstens één keer per maand gezwommen. Yeah, replace this one to make it at least one time. Ik at, I, and this one can be translated as ate or eaten. This is the past version or past verb for eat. It's from eaten, but this one we want to say used to eat, so it becomes at. Elke dag, every day, reist, reis. Toen, then, or when, or at that time. Ik, I, in Indonesië, Indonesia, won't lift. This is the past for lift. This is lift. If you want to use or you put the time signal first, you put like this. Toen ik in Indonesia woonde, then or when or at that time when I in Indonesia lived. Toen ik in Indonesia woonde. If you put the time signal or time first, the verb comes right after the time signal words. Here you have ik, and then this is the subject and then the verb. But if you put the time first, you switch. This is the verb and this the subject. You switch this. At ik elke dag, every day, I ate rice. If you want to say didn't used to, this is the example. Ik heb niet, I have not. As we can see, after the have or have in English, in Dutch, the word of the verb, we use the ge verb. It becomes gegeten, gegeten. Have eaten. Ik heb niet, not, elke dag, every day, brood, bread, gegeten, eaten. And then the time signal, toen, then or when or at that time, ik, I, in Malaysia, woonde, lived. It's from wonen, woont. The past for that woon or live is lived. In English, in Dutch, woonde. And now, when we say usually or don't or doesn't, the sentence, ik fiets, I bike, meestal, most of the time or mostly or most of the time, overal, everywhere, naartoe. Naartoe, if you say naar is to, so naartoe can be here and there, can be also everywhere or towards everywhere. So if you translate it word by word, it will be I bike most of the time or mostly, everywhere, here and there, everywhere. But the perfect way is you put the naartoe, even though you already used the overall. If you translate this one is everywhere, but again you put the naartoe to make it really complete, to say everywhere. Again, even though this overall, it means everywhere. This is to or towards. Naartoe is also everywhere or here and there. Towards, here and there. Yeah. Overall, naartoe. Everywhere. If you want to use hij or he, the verb of bike, it becomes bikes. In English, in Dutch, fietst. The rest of the words same. So hij fietst, he bikes, meestal, overal, naartoe. Most of the time he bikes, or he usually bikes everywhere. If ze fietsen, bike. For plural subject, you put fietsen for bike. This is they. Ze fietsen meestal, overal, naartoe. They bike most of the time everywhere. Overal, naartoe. If you want to say I usually don't bike, I don't bike everywhere. Most of the time I don't bike everywhere. You say it with meestal, most of the time, or mostly, or most. Fiets ik niet. So you put the fiets and then you put the ik. So every time when we use the time signal or the time word, the verb comes first. So the verb always in the second position of the sentence. Like this is the time signal, and then comes the verb. This time signal, and then this verb. And this is subject, and then the verb. Yeah. This time signal, and this verb. I need, not everywhere. Overal, naartoe. This one to say I most of the time, or I usually bike everywhere. But if you want to put the negative, that you want to say I don't bike everywhere, I usually don't bike everywhere, you put the sentence in this formation. Meestal, fiets ik niet, overal, naartoe. If you want to make this one negative, this one also in negative, of course we just have to change the verb here. Fietst, subject here, hij. If we want to make this one fietsen, this one ze or zij. Ze or zij is they. And then we might find this sentence. We will read it. Ik fiets meestal niet naar school. This sentence to say I bike most of the time, but not to school. I bike mostly or most of the time, but the exception or excluding to school. You bike everywhere, you usually bike, but to school, when you have to go to school, you don't use your bike, you don't bike. This sentence, the meaning is that way. Ik fiets meestal niet naar school. Or if you want to change into the we or why, or in English we, you just have to change the verb fietsen. We fietsen, we bike meestal, most of the time, or we usually bike, but we don't bike to school. But as exception or excluding or excludes need nar school. Exclude to school. Not to school. Need nar school. And now this part, because we will skip this, we will do it in next video. When you have to say the am, is, are or was word, not used to, and then verb ing or noun, or in this case this one is gerund. We already learned about this am, is, are or was word in the previous video long time ago. So zijn, are, ben, am, is, was, were, waren. Depends on the subject that we use. Same with English. There's lots of meaning of but this gewoon and always attached, even though we put it into words. But gewoon, when you use gewoon, you put the you use the The gewoon itself, we translate it as used. Elke dag, every day. Brood, bread. And then when you use the we have the gewoon, that's why we use the But then because of this something, there's also appear the. That's the rule. Something, the something. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it really in a really specific way, but we use the after the gewoon, and then after the something, we use the something. Yeah. Ik ben gewoon. I am used to everyday bread eating. Bottom line, I am used to eating bread every day. Ik ben gewend om elke dag brood te eten. This is it. This is used. If you want to say I'm not used to eating bread every day, you put the niet after the ben or before the gewoon. Similar or same with English. Ik ben niet gewend om elke dag brood te eten. If you want to use they, zij, and then zijn. You change the ik with zij, you change the ben with zijn. The rest will be the same. You want to use the niet or you can skip the niet. Depends on the meaning of your sentence. You can also change with hij and is. The rest same. Hij is gewend om elke dag brood te eten. Hij is niet. He is not gewend om elke dag brood te eten. If you want to change into was or were, for ik, for hij, we use was. For plural, in this case we, were. The were in English, the Dutch word for it, waren. If you want to use niet, you put it here. If you don't want to, you just skip the niet. The rest is the same. Yeah. Thank you.